Welcome to Individualist. Thank you for joining me. Individualist is a show where we make lists on our favorite topics, and today I have with me Rahul Subramanian. Rahul
Hi.
is a comedian. He is an actor, and so thank you for coming for the show, Rahul.
A
And it's
pleasure.
amazing to have you. And we are going to talk about something that Rahul is very fond of, which is cartoons. And Rahul is going to tell us his top five favorite cartoons from when he was growing up.
Yes.
So,
Nostalgia.
Do you want to talk about like, did you have like a specific time when you were growing up when you would watch cartoons, or like do you have some memory associated
Hmm.
with?
So I'll tell you the cartoons. So there are two eras of cartoons in my childhood itself. This was pre Cartoon Network and post Cartoon Network. So pre Cartoon Network, it used to be the one that used to come on like every Sunday or something. The
Hmm.
cartoons that Doordarshan used to have. I don't think so any other channel had cartoons before the cable, before
Yeah.
Cartoon Network came actually. Even after cable was there before. So those would be the ones like He-Man or I think Gaya Baya and some cartoons like the
Yeah.
cartoons and children's fun shows like the Muppets were there.
Yeah.
Oh. And so that was pre Tom and Jerry, something which you would see. I don't
You
know
know, everyone
where.
can now guess how old you are, right?
Huh? How
Everyone
old?
can guess how old you are.
Yeah. That's damn old, much older than people think I am, which is, yeah. So pre-car, and I remember the time when Cartoon Network came, okay, and this was like we were kids. I don't know what grade. I think fourth or fifth standard, I'm guessing,
Hmm.
very young. And at that point of time, I remember one day I was just going down to play, and someone just said this. Do you know there is one channel which is going to have only cartoons throughout? And it was just like what? I mean, there was like sometimes some news, some things are too good to be true types,
Yeah.
like so good, like they're so
How old
amazing.
were you then? Like, do you
I
have
don't remember. I think fourth standard, fifth
okay?
standard, so it would
Yeah,
be around
8 or 9.
10 saal, no 10 saal maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I was like, "What?" I remember all of it. Like, "What? No, it can't be true." And then then two of them validated, "No, it is true."
Yeah.
And it was like, "This is like the life can't get better than this." Like,
Yeah.
what full day cartoons like? and uh, and that's when Cartoon Network started, and that just exploded like in terms of the number of new cartoons that you got
Yeah.
exposed to, and just even the like small subgenres inside of cartoons. Like you're used to seeing things like Tom and Jerry or like the superhero He-Man maybe,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
then suddenly you have things like SWAT Cats, then you have like Top Cat, and then Richie Rich, and the like Yogi Bear. There's the Laugh Olympics. Like all your favorite cartoons are part of the cartoon characters are part of some some cartoon
Yeah.
Olympics, and
Yeah.
it's just like I think those were the best days of my childhood, like the initial part of when Cartoon
Of
Network
Cartoon
came.
Network. Yeah.
Like I'm getting goosebumps just talking about them. And I remember, I'll tell you how I used to watch cartoons so much. I used to remember, so every time they used to promote, in between cartoons, they used to have ads
Hmm.
or ads about other cartoons or like just show timings.
Yeah.
Like Yogi Bear every Thursday or something of that sort. I remembered. I would say it out with them. I would remember the India time, the Hong Kong time, and the China. I would like know every time. That's how much I
So
love
did you just like spend your whole day watching Cartoon Network?
Yes, yes. I think for pretty much like 2 to 3 years of my life. I think at that point
Yeah.
of
And
time.
did you get into trouble for that? Like, were you constantly told to do other things?
I didn't get it. See, not really. I'm sure I was told like no more. Like now it's enough. Just
Huh.
switch off the TV and do either study or So I'm guessing that used to happen. So my favorite times were watching. So when I was in primary, when I had afternoon school, I would watch TV in the morning. So cartoons in the morning and then go. Like while I'm watching cartoon, my lunch would be served. I'll
Wow.
eat and watch. And then once it's time to leave for school, you have to leave. So it's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
so that was the time. And then when I had morning school, uh, I think I very sixth, seventh, eighth, maybe 3 years I watched cartoons. I still was watching cartoons. I think that was after. So once I come back from school, I would start watching them. I would take a nap. If I had tuitions, then I'll start watching. So
Do you
those were
still
my time.
watch some of these shows like online?
I do watch it all. Like these are like I have these momentary nostalgia bursts when I feel like going back and watching them. But I have realized that they don't add to the experience. They just take away a bit of nostalgia because watching the cartoons that you loved as a kid, as an adult, it does, it sounds too. It looks too simplistic. The plot is very,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Would you
kind
say
of takes
it's
a.
not aged well, like in that sense? Like, can you see the flaws in them?
No, I think we have aged, so it doesn't relate. It was never made. Some of these cartoons were never made for an adult,
Yeah, of
like the
course.
cartoons that you love. Some of the cartoons, like Tom and Jerry, I think I can still watch it and it's fun because
Yeah,
it's
same.
very, at the core, the humor is very basic,
Yeah.
and it is humor. Okay, not all cartoons are funny, but they're like so. Tom and Jerry is fine, but some of my favorite cartoons which I used to enjoy, I would still go and watch specific episodes that I really liked and which are there. But overall, I don't watch a lot because it's just like, oh my god, I'm like, no, this is not the feeling I want when I watch these cartoons. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I also used to know. So that's how I know if I like a cartoon or not. If I like the cartoon, I used to remember the lyrics,
Yeah.
especially at
Yeah.
the younger age. So, and it's such a kid thing to do, na? Every time it comes, you'll sing along.
Yeah.
You'll sing along, and your mom is giving you khana. For some reason, I always remember poha. I'm watching, and mommy is giving me poha. And we didn't. मेरे घर पे पोहा बनता भी नहीं था because it's a very but I remember poha. I remember I used to sit on the table. So that's how small. On the table, I used to sit with my legs folded and I used to keep watching with my uniform on because I was like, let's get this done with.
Yeah.
Once
You
the
don't have to
cartoon is
take a
done,
break. Yeah.
I don't have to take a break. Yeah. Like some of them are unmissable. Some of them you could miss even if okay, you know what, your friends are calling you down to play. It's vacation. Then you're like, you know what, I can miss this. And there
Yeah.
were no reruns as such, or
Yeah.
I don't remember their way. So, but some of them are unmissable. So I'm like, no, I can't. I have to watch this. And like, if there is a power cut at that time, I will get cranky and I'll be
Yeah.
like, no, I'll be in a really bad mood. I'll force my dad to call the electricity board. Jetsons is a family of four who are in. This is a futuristic
Yeah. They live in the future.
comedy.
Yeah.
They live in the future, so everything that you see is none of those things are available right now. Like they live in skyscrapers, which are supported by just one beam, and all of them live above the clouds, and so they have all these. Current day problems, the problems are the same. They have traffic, but it's just that they are in their whatever airport or whatever.
Yeah.
They fly. Their cars are the ones which fly. So
Yeah.
they have traffic. They have boss issues. They have maid issues. They have made
I can see why you relate to that.
and what was fascinating about it is it used to capture your imagination as a child. Like
Yeah.
it used to just make you feel like wow, just by like simple things. I remember like one episode, George Jetson, the protagonist.
Yeah.
He is exercising in the morning and you see him running, and he's getting tired and his wife is calling him, okay, come on, whatever, for some work. And then you just zoom out. He's not exercising. He's just lying on the bed and he's watching a video of him exercising and he's sweating here. And as a child, I was like, wow, this is such a great technology. This is so amazing. How can this happen? This is so cool. And even the best thing about Jetsons was the song what's it called? The intro song?
The title. Yeah. The title. Credit. Beginning credit.
Yeah, the beginning credit.
But
That it's.
But did it really have like an intro song, or was it just like introducing the characters? Like
Introducing the characters and the
this is
world.
Elroy.
Yeah, it was introducing the characters and the world, and that itself was so fascinating. Like, there used to be so many things happen. First of all, George Jetson, you're introducing the characters. He's in his
Yeah.
car. Meet George Jetson, boy Elroy, and then Elroy has that small thing, and there's one cover that comes, and he slips into the car. Daughter Judy, and then she also comes. Jane, his wife, and then all of them, he drops all of them, and then he
Yeah.
goes to his office, and his whole car
It becomes, I know this.
becomes a suitcase, and I'm like, this is so amazing, and just as a kid I was just disappointed in like the science existing. I was like, what? Like, learn from this. Yes, and this is the one I've watched again few times, a few episodes which I like
Yeah.
on YouTube. First of all, they
And
don't
you
have
still
good
like
quality.
them, or you don't like, you don't want to watch them much.
So there are things that the silliness of the humor, which is silly for me, which is not silly for a child.
Yeah.
That I, again, also being a stand-up comedian, I don't know, for some reason you focus on the humor so much. That was like, I was like, oh, this is not that fun. Oh, this is so not so plain. Then I was
But
like, I
like
stopped.
silly humor also has its value, and like you would know that.
Yes, but no, I'm talking about not silly. It's kiddish humor. Like the humor is it's very appealing to kids. It's like small things like
Yeah.
falling off a banana
Yeah.
peel it's funny if I actually see someone, but to see someone, act it out or
Yeah.
yeah. So I stopped watching, but the overall essence was still there. The fact that it still captured my imagination. It's the fact that there are so many things they show in Jetsons which is still not here right now.
Yeah.
There is no replacement to that. It's just, yeah. Richie Rich. Again, just the imagination that I loved. And Richie Rich as a cartoon, they had multiple segments. In the
Yeah.
same 30 minutes, they will have they'll have
Like
log
adventure
segments.
and some other thing, Richie Rich
So they
universe.
used to have like the $1 zillion adventures. Then which is
Yeah.
the dollar sign will go like this, and then and then they also has to have like in between the episode they'll have these small bites, like just a 1 minute gag, 1 minute thing. I don't
Yeah.
know what it was called. So yeah, but Richie Rich was this boy who was on an adventure always. He was one of the richest guys.
This is,
So
yeah.
again, so it is based in the current times, but this guy has so much money, or his parents, that his dad has so much money that he could get phenomenal, extraordinary machines. And so Richie Rich was always solving crimes. So there
Yeah.
was that angle to it, which was fascinating in the sense as a kid, you could relate to Richie Rich, not the
Yeah.
richness of it, but just that his experiences. He was almost your age. Yeah, but Richie Rich, the whole imagination of what all they could do. He had a lot of these fancy machines. He'll press something and something else will come up.
Yeah.
And things like that. So he had a lot of free time, and I don't know how that is.
He was that rich.
He was that rich, and he used to go out quite way too often. He had no restrictions as such. He had no
Yeah. He
maths
was
maths
watching
tuition.
Cartoon Network all day long.
Exactly. Uh, so yeah, he used to solve all kinds of, is what I remember. It's not very just,
Yeah.
and he had a, I think he had a butler also. He had a robot,
Yeah.
and then he had one what do you call it? He had a chauffeur, but he used to drive helicopter. It was easier to relate because he's also a kid. I'm also a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's aspirational also in a sense. He's not. His dad is an aspiration to my dad. So yeah.
Yeah.
And Richie Rich was a nice guy. See, even with all that money, he was nice. He was a good
Yeah.
human being,
Yeah.
which I think is very important. He was not like chalna paise hai mere paas. He was there to help others, and he was always thinking about others. He was sensitive. But Richie Rich used to be my last cartoon before I go to school. So it was the last cartoon I would watch, and I would wait
It
for
was
the
like the
next
beginning of the day for you.
It was like the beginning of the day, and then we'll go to school and we'll discuss that day,
Yeah.
that day's episodes. And
Did you ever like play, like imagine yourself as these characters? Like imagine yourself being Richie Rich and
yeah,
solving.
so
What would
that
you do? What crime
so
would you solve?
I watched a lot of Richie Rich, and then I just like a year later, around that time only, I started reading Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
So for me, this whole fascination with kids who can solve crimes and stuff like that. So I used to play act a lot at home, like,
Yeah.
and it had no story, it had nothing, it had no characters also. It would just be me. I'll go to the kitchen, say suppose like mom had just boiled milk, and you know the milk packet ka, when they cut the top, it is there on the thing.
Yeah.
I'll just like, where did this come from? And I'll have my own own storyline and things like that. So I remember this one time in one of those modes, I was like, I had this doodh ka packet only, and I switched on the gas and I started, I started putting like I just held the milk packet on top of it, and because it's plastic, it starts
Yeah.
it starts melting, and
Yeah.
and I was like, this is interesting, let's see who's behind this. And I remember my dad I was so fascinated with it. I went to my dad and I told him, Dad, let me show you something. This is very interesting. And my dad came in and I showed it to my dad. Couldn't believe because these are the kind of things a kid should do like secretly and not.
Not sure.
Yeah, I showed off and he just hit me like he was so angry. He's like, what are you doing? And I don't know what he said. He said something. Maybe it's dangerous or maybe it's I don't know. And then I remember just telling him, because I know that Captain Planet used to say that you should be honest. Captain Planet. For some reason I was like, why are you doing this? And I told him honestly, like I thought this is fun, and like I just could see it disappear, and I thought this is very fun. I thought you will also like it, that's why I called you. And then at that, I remember my dad also feeling he's like, okay, I really appreciate that you're being very honest, but you shouldn't do that. And he also changed his tone, you shouldn't do that. And then he explained as to why you shouldn't do that. It's not good, the smoke that comes out of plastic, and you should not burn anything anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had a magnifying glass also. I got a magnifying glass. I don't know, we bought it or we got it free, some boost or something. So I used to go like this for a long. Yeah.
Trying to solve mystery.
But there was no mystery only. Everything was so obvious. Where did this come from? And so I'm like, oh yeah, I got this here. I'm like, you're spoiling it.
Yeah. Sounds like you still do it.
I think so.
Just hovering around saying, where did this come from?
Now this time it's more genuine. It's more like, especially during lockdown, you're like, okay, what? We have a screwdriver. I didn't know.
We don't have this?
Yeah, that's also. So this is a very so the Jetsons was my favorite. Now Flintstones is exactly opposite of Jetsons.
Yeah, I was going to come to that.
Flintstones is Stone Age. They're in the Stone Age. So they also have everything from a vacuum cleaner to a television to a newspaper, but it's all like it's a Stone Age.
But it was, yeah.
Yeah, I think the humor in Flintstones was also really good. And Flintstones also had a couple of characters which I really liked.
Like who?
Like Pebbles and Bam Bam, and they were the kids.
Yeah, I know.
So Bam Bam is Barney, right?
Barney's dog.
Barney Rubble's kid, and Pebbles was this cute little girl of Fred Flintstone and Wilma.
Yeah.
And Bam Bam had supernatural strength. Yeah. So, and all Bam Bam used to say was Bam Bam. That's it. Every novel like Bam Bam.
Yeah.
And so which was different. Like you didn't have any like superhuman strength characters in Jetsons.
Jetsons, yeah.
Also, the bosses in both Flintstones and Jetsons were assholes. Like Fred Flintstone's
like a universal experience across the ages.
Yeah. Flintstones ka boss was Slate. His name was Slate, and he was working in some construction company, and they used to have dinosaurs as like these forklifts.
Yeah.
They used to do this, and the dinosaur's neck used to go like and carry stones. Whereas Jetsons works in some cogs wala. Like both of them were chotu bosses. And they were really irritating. By the way, I also discovered later, and I don't know which all, like lot of these there were very few sound artists, like very few voiceover artists, and some of them have given voices for multiple characters.
Right.
I think Flintstone and Jetsons and the few bosses were all given by one person.
Oh, wow.
I knew this.
And you hated all of them.
What?
And you hated all of them.
But it was like, so when you come to know that Rick and Morty, both of them have, like, the same person has given voice to both Rick and
Yeah.
Morty. It's so fascinating, right?
Yeah.
But imagine this same guy has given voice for so many characters across cartoons. So yeah. So I can't hate him because he also gave the bad guy ka voice, also the good guy ka voice, and he's so. And it was very simple. Fred Flintstone, Fred Flintstone was not the very honest, not the most honest guy. He would, he had a good heart, but not the most honest guy. Yeah, Barney was his like simpleton friend who would want to do the right thing, but he also gets swayed by his friend very easily. And Wilma was the smart one. She was the sharp one. And
Yeah.
so that's why the Fred and Wilma combination really worked. Like this one guy who's dishonest and he's trying, not dishonest in the sense, not the most honest. And Wilma like this sharp, intelligent, lady who used to always find his flaws.
Yeah. A lot of people tell me I look like Wilma.
Oh yeah. So there is one episode where Jetsons meet Flintstones.
Oh.
So that was like, as a child, I was like, I can't believe this. This is
like a crossover episode.
Yes. So they go into each other's world and something like that. So that is, I think there are 2 or 3 episodes of that.
And do you remember what happens, like how they react to each other's worlds?
I don't remember exactly, but no, I don't remember exactly. But I just remember it was too fascinating when it happened. So I don't remember the details. Yeah, but
that's like the ones that were your favorite.
That was my favorite episode. It's just the fact. I think the episode in itself was not as great, but just the fact that oh my god,
2 worlds.
Yeah. Like the promo, the lead to the episode, like in next episode, we'll see Jetsons and Flintstones stuff. And 2 of my favorite cartoons, I'm like, this is unbelievable. Yeah. So in my mind, I always had this competition between Flintstones and Jetsons. And the reason I liked Jetsons more, because for some reason, I like the futuristic stuff more than the archaic, the Stone Age stuff. But I also remember for a long time, Jetsons was my favorite. But the last few, I think a year or like few months of me watching cartoon that age, I started liking Flintstones a little more because I thought Flintstones, at that point, I was like, maybe Flintstones is slightly more creative. Making Flintstones is tougher because futuristic mein kuch bhi dal sakte ho button wala. Whereas to go back.
So you have some limitations and some things that you have to keep in mind.
Some things to keep in mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fourth, I would choose Jungle Book over Captain Planet, DuckTales, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Again, because I think that was the first introduction to Hindi cartoon.
Yeah.
And there were so many Indian characters. There was some connection to it, and it was a family affair.
Yeah.
So Sunday ko aata tha, I think 10 baje ya 11 baje, and I remember there was one time we used to all watch Jungle Book. Everyone, there was no one who did not watch Jungle Book, and Nana Patekar's Sher Khan was the first time you liked an antagonist so much. Like Sher Khan, when he used to come, you used to like, yes, something's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I remember हमारे school में एक बार कोई तो आया था, some I think Bonvita or some Boost guys. They used to come and they used to give samples,
Yeah.
And then they have also had, so one of these guys, and they also had this one questionnaire of like, watch tomorrow's Jungle Book and answer these questions.
Oh wow.
Like, and there were the specific questions with a multiple MCQ, multiple choice questions, like what dress is Radha wearing? Things like that. How when Bagheera talks about his past and he talks about his father or something like, what was the age of the father? And like some things like that. So that was the best thing. First thing what I clearly remember is, oh my God, they already know what's going to happen. And I couldn't wrap my head around it. I remember all our friends we had this discussion during recess, like, how do they know? Are they guessing? But how can they guess? So how will, because there was no other way you can watch an episode before, right? As a kid, that's the first time they're going to show it on TV tomorrow. How do they know? So, and next day it was like I was excited because family used to watch. I went, I told my mom and my dad, my brother, like this is going to happen. We have to solve this tomorrow. Okay. And I was planning like dad, I was like Raj, my brother was like, you note the things, you mark it. I will see, and I will tell. And then we had a VCR which we could record, and I like dad, let's record it. And dad was like, okay, if you want to go back and watch, little cheating here and there. So.
But did you win anything? Or this was
No. Everyone used to get the right answers. I don't think so. And then you have to mail it like proper, like
Yeah.
post box number, like, and then you have to put. So no one got anything.
Yeah,
But
that's true. Sorry, but do you think Jungle Book also appealed to you because of the animals? Because like kids generally like stories with animals, I've realized.
yes. It was animals and how the first time you saw these dangerous animals like a panther, like a bear, and they were
And the
all
tiger.
nice, or the wolves. They
Hmm.
were all and they were like genuine, nice people or animals with nice heart,
Yeah.
and how they cared about each other, like the constant conflict in the minds, like he's a human,
Hmm.
but, and we have this image about humans, but he's right in front of us. He's not anything like the image that we have,
Yeah.
so, the conflict that they had, like between what they know or what they have learned or what they have, like what they've been told about humans versus
Yes.
what they are actually
Actually see.
seeing.
Yeah.
And then they say, you know what, he's not a human, he's a wolf, he's one amongst us.
Yeah.
And then the next conflict at some point, which it's so brilliant, like, oh my god, maybe he's a human and we are being unfair to him, all that. Maybe he needs to go back to his roots. And so yeah, the whole animal thing, even when the wolves used to attack, they used to क्या बोलते हैं? They used to get their prey. They were very specific. I remember at some episode or something, they said that we are doing this only because it's food for us.
Yeah.
We are not disrespecting the other animal. So all these, as a child, you like these.
Yeah. There were like most of these cartoons actually had really deep messages, which like I'm sure like as a kid I don't even know how many we'd be able to see, but looking back you can just see that they were trying to say something much deeper than just these people having fun and solving
Yeah.
crime and.
And I think it used to you were influenced by it without even knowing about it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and so all these cartoons used to make you like all these things, look at the kind of things that we are like. When I say Captain Planet saying that be
Yeah.
honest is something which I remember for some reason. Don't And as a kid, I think you go back and you might be going to school and you might at that day you'll start picking up garbage if you won't throw anything on the floor. And
Yeah.
yeah, but the thing is that they had to weave it in a format that is very appealing for us. Jungle Book was probably the first cartoon that I watched which had a lot of serious moments.
Mm.
It was a proper storyline. Like
Yeah.
every episode, it was a proper storyline, and there were a lot of serious moments. There was a lot of there were moments which made you cry and
Yeah.
things like that. When Moti died, when Mowgli's adopted, like
Yeah.
father who adopted Moti
Yeah.
died at the hands of I think Sher Khan in that game. You feel like crying. You feel like,
Yeah.
and you can feel Mowgli's anger, and then you can also see his anger building, and all that thing was like so nicely kept. Like Mowgli wants to take revenge and people are like, no, you are too small, please stay away from Sher Khan, and he not understanding, because you
Yeah.
also feel like, no, but he killed my, because as a kid, you always feel that if something wrong happens to the close ones, who are like, I will do whatever it takes,
Yeah.
that feel. You're
Yeah.
not, your fear is there till that point, so you associate with that, and there's no understanding, comprehension of whether it's an even battle, whether you can actually no. There's like, and then Bagheera and Balu are trying to stop them, and
So, Jungle Book is the only one that you said, which you had to see as a whole, and you enjoyed watching it as a whole, and it wasn't
yeah.
like one or two episodes here and there. So, did you feel like invested in any particular character? Like Mowgli, obviously, I'm assuming, but like, who were your favorite characters? Who were the ones?
Balu. I loved Balu. Balu was so cool. Balu was lazy, he was cool, and he was otherwise not part. He was okay with everything. You know, Pallu has that attitude like, "ठीक है ना, it's okay."
It's so on brand that you like Baloo the most. Like,
है ना?
as soon as you said it, I was like, why did I ask? Like, obviously.
Yeah, and Balu was, and Balu and Bagheera had a thing. Bagheera was more the serious guy, the logical.
Yeah.
Balu was more like, you know, I wanted to be like Balu, you know.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, so I love Balu. He's not part of the group as such. He's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
He just gets tempted by honey wherever he
Yeah.
sees. You know, like I like his so, and I think Balu also gave that as a kid. Again, he gives that vibe of that one. You know, there are some relatives you really like some older cousins or some
Yeah.
uncle or aunt who are very nice or who are funny, who can, you know, who you like spending time with.
Yeah.
Like the ones that if your parents say, "Hey, tomorrow we are going to say that person's house," and you're like, "Okay, this
Yeah.
I don't mind." So he gave that feeling. Bagheera used to be more like, "This is the right thing to do." I'm like, "Stop it." Okay, fine. Yeah, but that's true, huh, Shimoy. What I liked is maybe the animals. Animals played a huge, because I remember the moment Radha and the other people started coming in, I started losing interest. More humans started coming in.
Yeah.
Only reason I will put Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because it was a time. It was the cartoon that I watched during my teenage.
Yeah.
Around that, I think 13, 14. Around that time, I used
You
to
were
watch.
also a teenager.
I was a teenager. It was teenage. My first crush. Yeah, and my first ever celebrity female crush was this character in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, tell us about her.
Her name, I think April was her name. She's the one who, the journalist friend of all these four, like Donatello, Leonardo, Raphael, and Michelangelo. And I just like I remember just liking her a lot. She used to be dressed in white shirt and some pants, and she used to always be in action mode and all that. So I'm not sure what cartoon I watched because I'm sure there are multiple versions of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and which probably caters to younger audience and a slightly older audience. The one that I used to watch, this used to be I think Star Price, Star Plus or something. It used to come at 5:30 in the
So this
evening.
also you saw in Hindi?
No, English.
Oh, this
it used to come in. So 5:30 or 6 p.m. and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was more mature. The crime solving was slightly. I mean, it was not as kiddish as Richie Rich. And why I liked it because I remember after coming from tuitions or something, I used to sit and watch. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles followed by Batman. Batman ka not a cartoon, but they had a proper TV show, Batman. The one in which pow, chum, ham, that one. So I used to watch both of them together and then go to play, which was a great thing in summers. But I remember in winters, it used to be very difficult to make that choice because by the time it is over 6:30, it's already night and you can't play.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I used to like, you know what, let go of Batman. I'll watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and then
go and play.
Yeah, so that I used to do that and a lot. And I loved Michelangelo a lot because he used to keep eating pizza and I never tasted pizza. And his pizza slice used to be very red in the, I don't know, maybe it's because pepperoni. So for all the time in my head, pizza was like this bread with a lot of tomatoes. And I used to I always wanted to taste a pizza because of that. And in my head, pizza was slightly sweetish just because of the name. So,
did you ever eat pizza which sort of matched up to that expectation?
No. But I liked the pizza that I started eating. So for me, there are two separate pizzas in the universe. The one that I've tasted and the one Michelangelo. Yeah, I like their headbands. By the color of the headbands, you could tell who they are. Because they all look very similar. I'm not trying to be turtlist here. But honestly, they look very similar. Come on, they look very similar. If it wasn't for their colored headbands or whatever, eye bands. Yeah, and also Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles का game भी आया था, video game. So we had this Sega and Media Liter, उसमें Turtles आता था. So we used to take We used to play at one friend's house, everyone, and there was like
Nice.
everyone had different powers. Like Michelangelo would go like, "Drrrr," and then hit it like he just head on. So you would, and I would always take Raphael, the least favorite character of mine while playing
Why would
video
you
games.
take Raphael?
He had some crazy move which I'd mastered. So that's, and I used to never get it. It's like, why am I not learning Michelangelo's move or Donatello's move? I
But
used to
why
like,
was he? Sorry, why was he your least favorite turtle?
I don't know, he was the one with least character, the least, not character in this. He had very little, I don't know, man. There was nothing unique about him as such. Like, I'll tell you, one of them was the leader, other guy was a smart one.
Hmm.
Michelangelo was a fun guy, so everyone will love. Michelangelo, everyone will love. And Raphael also, Raphael
He was
with
there.
other names, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael. Raphael, yeah, he was the red one. So,
Nice. So you have a problem with the name, but your favorite tennis player is Nadal.
oh yeah, I never thought of it. No, it's different. You can't compare. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, right? Like my favorite tennis player is Nadal, but
Not because of his name.
not because of his name. And I call him Nadal first of all. I don't call him Rafael, but I never like, because I always I could never spell. I never knew how to spell Rafael. Is it RAPH or is it RAF? Or I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? Let's just keep him aside.
Right.
And I think he was. If you, we should find out. We should just do. There will
But
be
how to
like.
spell his name?
No, I'm saying Raphael would have been the least favorite of most people. I don't think so. Raphael was the favorite of anyone. Donatello, Leonardo, yes, and Michelangelo will definitely be the favorite of most kids. But I don't think so. Raphael really.
But do you like? Have you asked people this, or are you just basing this based on what you like?
It's an intuition. It's an intuition.
When you were growing up, like, what about your friends? Who were their favorites?
Leonardo, Donatello. There were Leonardo fans. There were Donatello fans. Like Raphael is like Hufflepuff. You know,
I know people who like Hufflepuffs, but anyway.
you might still find a Ravenclaw.
Hmm.
But Hufflepuff is very. It's just that. It's just good to have, but yeah, take it.
Yeah, it's just there, the fourth one.
Yeah, it's just there. It's just there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I should find it out. I should find out. Also, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had kick-ass villains, man.
Hmm.
Kick-ass. There was one Shredder, the main villain, and then Shredder had a bigger boss villain who used to be just one brain, but he used to fit himself in one robot, like in the stomach of the robot, and he used to control that robot. So, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they had a rat who was their head.
Yeah, the master.
Yeah, the master. It's classic. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
Special mention to Captain Planet, and best episode of Captain Planet is when the bad guys also make a copy of the rings. Like they had Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, Heart.
Yeah.
And they made a copy, and they got in Captain Pollution, who used to look exactly like Captain Planet, but someone who had never had a bath. Like it's just like, and there was Captain Planet versus one thing I never understood was every time these planeteers, they used to try solving the crime with their own chindi for Earth, and like the Earth guy used to always spoil the whole infrastructure. It's the Earth, and then they will not die, and again that highway is gone. Now there is nothing. You have to take a 2-hour detour to get to your favorite restaurant because this guy from Africa said Earth. I don't remember his name, but I know they're all from different countries. From Africa.
Yeah.
From South America. Mati with the power of heart. Yeah. And I should never understand why don't they just call Captain Planet Sita? It's not like he has a house or anything. I don't even know, where does he live? Where is he?
Yeah.
And every time he has to come up, say the same, by your powers combined, I am Captain. And go, oh, fuck you guys. I'm like, why could we? Only if you had called me a little earlier, I could have, they're all chained at one corner. And there's, just call me at the beginning itself. So one episode, Captain Planet was Captain Pollution. That was the best episode. It was like, fuck,
Right.
who will win? And Planet wins. So,
Yeah, of course. Tell me something. How much do you think watching cartoons has influenced your way of writing or your way of doing comedy? Like, how much of that humor is um, something that you still see in the way you write or the way you perform?
oh, I think so writing, I think, is a writing to baad mein aaya, comedy baad mein aaya.
Hmm. Hmm.
It shaped the way I used to think.
Hmm.
Like imagination. So a lot of my comedy sets right now also have like they jump from one topic to other very easily, and there is like some weird thing happening. You're like you start with Hema Malli, and she's suddenly in Sholay ka sketch. From there is Gabbar is talking, and there is a storyline and things like that. You start with Maria Sharapova, it goes all the way to Martin Ranauer, and then to Stone Age and all. So the way the topics jump, and it's just that the connections that happen. I think it's got to do with the way I think and the kind of things I like. So which cartoons played a very, very big role in that thinking process, to just
Yeah.
take multiple, basically not hold yourself back in thinking. Like Jetsons में things used to happen. If you
Yeah.
have to think नहीं यार ये तो होगा ही नहीं, then you stop your thinking.
Yeah.
So which are the kind of things I like to watch also. I love watching sci-fi a lot. I love watching fantasy, like Lord of the Rings and movies like that. I love watching a lot. Avatar, I love watching. So anything which has this kind of imagination, which just piques your imagination. I think that cartoons defined what are the kind of things I like in
Right.
general,
Yeah.
and that I think later on defined the kind of writing. I'm more like creative stuff than analytical stuff, and so a lot of my comedies also act outs, and it's silly though for sure. Cartoons has influenced the way I think and what I like, and what I like and the way I think has influenced my
Yeah.
comedy writing. Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing this, Rahul. Thank you for
Hey,
coming
pleasure.
and
This was
being
so
nostalgic and
this was so
sharing
much
your
fun.
favorite cartoons. Yeah. And thank you for watching. And if you like Raphael the most, leave that in the comments so that Rahul is proven wrong.
I'm sure they're not going to say yes. They're going to say Michelangelo or Leonardo. That's my bet.
We
But
will
yeah.
see. We'll do some polls.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks,
Thank
Shubham.
you
This
so
was too much
much.
fun.